94.7 Asempa FM Sony. It's a Monday afternoon, the 25th day of January 2021. Ekosiisen is live and airborne. Mididio Seibonsu Ofemi Obi Amejoso. On behalf of the production team, I would love to welcome you to another exciting edition of our show. On a Monday afternoon, we begin another week. Another Monday afternoon is here with us. Yadamunyana for choosing Asempa 94.7 FM. If you are listening to us in your car, in your office, at the marketplace, Yadamunyana Ase, and we appreciate you so much for making us number one. Ekosiisen Suni. And tell a friend to tune in to 94.7. Ekosiisen is live. And Yadamunyana Ase, welcome aboard the show. And to all our affiliate radio stations, we appreciate you so much. Here in Ghana, over a dozen of them, over 123 radio stations, and Ekosiisen Jumedieno live. And that's why we tell you, sir, we are Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, current affairs talk show. The multiple award-winning late afternoon political talk show, the CIMG radio program of the year 2018, the GJA political program of the year 2019. Dominic Isiyaboa, Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osain Tiamwa, Eric Opare, DJ Ayo, and a Queen Stage upon the team behind the performance. And of course, on my Hene Kwabena Sante, and so Ebo and a tree done. It's not to say at 6:30 p.m. and a DJ about 24 hours. 30 minutes prime time radio, and we have our eyes fixed on all the major news stories for today. I don't even say the biggest story. His Excellency the former President of the Republic, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, and ono na yena shase ndi bia unnim enra and mass emma no Holy Spirit Cathedral here in Accra, and you mean so vigil so Air Force officers mess Elwak Stadium in Chen Homo name hono, and then so he's been laid in state our Accra International Conference Center. And as we speak, some of the videos any day of the Air Koso Accra International Conference Center. Yeah, the live videos nebeto Facebook Live. I'm a munyina so metimi and be no who said the nyoma esi airco. And no family no receive body no and afeye no in state kama inti o share videos na ubehu and a day for heads of the security agencies and our eco file past body, sounds na leaders of the various political parties, staff, office of the former president Jerry John Rawlings, office staff, and so ebekoho and now afi traditional and religious leaders ebekoho, and then the general public, and so will have the opportunity to file past the body. Nyame aduma ochena day 3 of the funeral, and your channel so between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. President and the First Lady Ebekwako file past body, now Vice President and the Second Lady in Swako, former President and their spouses will go, and the spouses of former President and Vice President would also go. Chief of Staff Ebeko, Secretary to the President, Secretary to Cabinet, head and former heads of constitutional bodies would also go into Shraj, Electoral Commission, all those constitutional bodies, and so Ebeko ako file past body Nyame admochna between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. and after between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. and so Speaker and former speakers of Parliament would go, and all other members of Parliament and so would go there. Now after 11 a.m. to 11:30, Chief Justice Beko, former Chief Justices will go, and Justices of the Supreme Court of Ghana would also go. Now between 11:30 and 12:30, former chairman and former members of the Council of State will go. Former ministers of state would also go there. Now, after members of the diplomatic corps at Tuaso, organized groups Betuaso, and a traditional and customary rites will then follow between 3:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. That's tomorrow. And then day 4, which is on Wednesday. So, and make us say, so how And I think the state protocol, organizers of the funeral have done a fantastic job. Say, over Facebook, Asempa 94.7 FM, Ubehu and Nano, anyhow, we must see Bibia Kama, if Fununa had done na making. Okay, how see the glass at Jehone are there. Oh, it's nice. And I think they've really done well. Soja for natural say, we Sojani and or Dafom, intuition Soja for Jenna Fununa, just say. Me sure say we walk about between the more on can we also count who was why say into that's what happening into bra Facebook Asempa page na bra behwe said in yoma AC Echo. And then on Wednesday said in America state funeral and ankasa be on Wednesday, and it will happen at the Black Star Square and between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. filing past Ebesan Akoso into the family, the CDS and IGP and heads of security agencies, former Chairman, Council of State, Chief of Staff, Chief Justice, Speaker of Parliament, former President Kufuor and his spouse, former President J.D. Mahama and his spouse, Vice President of the Republic and the Second Lady, visiting heads of state, President of the Republic and the First Lady, and members of the clergy. And a free 9:10 a.m. Then the burial service itself will start. Our legend lives on. Into rest in peace, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, former president of the Republic. And so far, I think as for minor, Yashine Munyaman Kasanka, because how our International Conference Center, how I and from the videos I may show Facebook, it's solid. It's really, really solid. And kudos to organizers of the funeral and more airshare atutonioma Accra International Conference Center. In the end, we will dedicate a chunk of our program to the memory of the late former president of the Republic of Ghana, Jerry John Rawlings. In the end, Omoa unshared ante omonka enne obete wonka efa omampenyi dada ewuo no eho. Unim say from 1979 eba no na owo bodyguard bia na ogade no. And the on the bodyguard on any juma eche or ex-sergeant Mugu Frimpong, ex-sergeant Mugu Frimpong, or a former bodyguard, and we're a personal bodyguard to the late former president Jerry John Rawlings. Ma yeneno any enkomo ex-sergeant Mugu Frimpong akwaba Ekosiisen so ne wa Asempa FM apomi there. And I say, and so say a free waji and so. And it, to start with, time ben now starting ex-president Rawlings a year Juma. No time ben.
The power job the very day of the revolution, 1979. Yes, the revolution appeared, and I'm starting in the moment.
Oh, okay. And at the time of the revolution, na. Uo armed forces ni modada.
But no, it is 1973.
Oh yeah, soldier year, bay.
1973.
Oh, 1973.
That's when you Rukutu was Tamale.
Oh, okay. Now, Munina mo enter army no the same time, ana.
Me other ranks. Or know your officer.
Or know your officer.
Now, me call other ranks. I was Tamale. It's many officers. Mayor other rank sergeant.
Oh, okay.
I know your officer.
I know your officer. Okay.
That's right.
Okay, great. And at the time of the revolution, I want to believe, say, now we are neck deep into the revolution. Now, okay, soldier for a two are buying go at the time.
I was involved. Yeah.
Who role who play a power me then?
Well, I had infantry, rifles, and mayor Obi Amituo, and concerning the movement of the revolution, now your leader, your far, near the country was not moving fine. Peter Tasiri, Lance Corporal Peter Tasiri. Or no, and I then Usu, Private Usu Adu, then Lance Corporal Usu Boating, and some at Tiamo, and then Ba Champo. Ba Champo was in the company, C company, platoon commander. or your officer. Boachijan, OC, officer commanding, our support service, our fire battalion, 1 and I mean, a big company, I said, a private man, Lance company.
Oh, okay. Enti mo year revolution we be a successful coup d'etat no mutimi and at what point of foul as the bodyguard and why you? I didn't know one of foul as the bodyguard.
Yeah, this is the question. And when it is there, well, Ono Rawlings and just Ono and starting at this year 15th uprising. We just what that's 15th May.
Yes.
He didn't do the June 4. It was other rounds the coup and they brought him from the prison to become the leader.
Okay, ex-sergeant.
Yeah.
But unim in common ya me there by a line no you terrible until me yen sign frɛ obi osisi a why.
Okay, no.
Yeah, frɛ osisi a na yatwa so. Enti ex-sergeant Mugu Frimpong na Morton Nkano na oye personal bodyguard edema former President Jerry John Rawlings between 1979 and 1991. And to Obeka say revolution is successful, no? Rawlings take charge. Ekosiisen, the first bodyguard of fire, and he knows a lot about the man Rawlings, and we'll be speaking extensively with him. Now, if you any other penny phone, so etumi Eddie and Komo. Where's please wish my landlord, Mrs. Hager, Ifua Aka, a happy birthday. It's been 21 years so far in this God-given relationship. I wish her good health and long life. Edmond Aka. Oh, okay. Edmond Aka, you name me. Oh, okay. Edmond Aka, this is we're winning election on to Galka Executive Committee. Edmond Aka, congratulations to you for that great win. My only way, I say, Madisa Oko Galka on the ticket of Team Bempo. Tema teams never akon. And one make jakra by a lie. And Aka, good afternoon to you. Madisa ex-sergeant Mugu Asen Babio. Ex-sergeant Afe Mamisha say Muya Otemenka. Fantastic. In the name of say revolution is successful, you know. And then I won't offer as the bodyguard.
Okay. Revolution, you know, yes, successful. Once now, just to clear the earth. Rawlings didn't
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Rawlings made the 15th May uprising with 50 seconds. And a failure. A failure execution. You have to get him out. The revolution started and a very rich soldier who got to know, sir, Papa way Obama soldier phone I release because now soldier phone that during those days, no soldier research was not the subject. Don't you have soldier with Puma, not a challenge. Why? Because the book and then academy it was very terrible. And who come on 5 years to move. Now it's upper hand, greater upper. However, now the boy, and I say to be there because we move from the 5 battalion as the Boachigan, Major Boachigan, as the leader, our 5 battalion. But because of this man, almost very opposite. We have to move that man into the leader of the revolution, Boachigan can be the under.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
It's terrible. I mean, line no, and you minim baby war, but so number for Frubia, obit me the production team name Freuncy and was way and Shadam Wye, inti Chum Monshana Fe, Yempe line for and friend or so, because there were a lot of information to share with us. Meanwhile, bra, in Facebook page, na bra, share what's happening at the Accra International Conference Center. Inti nipa bebree na etwa emune ho eshia, paying their last respect to the late former president of the Republic of Ghana, Jerry John Rawlings. And Timonshan and so I will be speaking to Ambassador Victor Smith. Yanin Penifo be bring abedin komo. Let me be frank with you. Na fe ya share the new be say and rounds today Honorable Kojo Ba Ajeman birthday. Honorable Kojo Ba Ajeman, former member of parliament for Asante Achem North. Asante Achem North. Asante Achem Agogo area. I was overwhelmed by receiving so much attention for my birthday yesterday and would like to thank each and every one of you so much for your kind wishes and blessings. I'm sure that with all these wishes, it will become a great year for me. Your messages means a lot to me, that you all took time from your busy lives to wish me a happy birthday. I feel very blessed to have each and every one of you. God bless you all. And we a personal message from the Honorable Kojo Ba Ajeman to mo friend wishing a happy birthday in Yenara. Mo sending messages and the akeka ho nyina nyame inshamo. Happy birthday to Same Boache or Asaman Kese. Walanyo in Akwetia and the way Abba. This one also says that as we mourn the late ex-president Jerry John Rawlings, I pray that his soul rest in peace. May God comfort the family, especially the widow and his children. Please let's observe the COVID-19 safety protocols and stay safe. Happy birthday to Honorable Dr. Okoboy. Nene your Okoboy birthday. Wow. And then the birthday. Oh, okay. Special greetings to Honorable Nana Otreteria, DCE for Achima Kwawoma District. Nana Ekuyamwa Boaten Ewo Ablekuma Central and on the way Abraying. We say, Obi, please kindly extend God's blessings to Chairman Emmanuel Efa for me, Ernest Ewo Taifa, to Chairman Emmanuel Efa. I hear you. Enti Yabeshe Ekosiisen suni higher Sempa 94.7 FM. We are making efforts to reach the ex-sergeant Bionafe Yetumi Eneno Eddie and Komo on former President Jerry John Rawlings. We say, Obi, we are in a sad moment as a country. Jerry John Rawlings is gone. That's nature. Those in power should take a lesson from the dead and leave a good legacy for the living. May Allah have mercy on all lost souls and forgive us all our known and unknown sins. Abdul Karim, the political speaker from Wenchi Zango, and on the way I'm praying. Happy birthday to Mark Okrekumante. Wow. Mark Okrekumante, programs manager our Hits FM here at the multimedia group. Mark Okrekumante, happy birthday to you. We're free Sigismund. And from us here on Ekosiisen saying to you, Mark Okrekumante, incoming deputy minister. No, Mark Okrekumante, way too much. Way too much. I hope we have a better line to ex-sergeant Mugu Frimpong. Ex-sergeant, where you facha ye and now Homano disappointed about. Sisi the middle say yeah.
Sure, maybe get by me.
Okay. I think it's better now. Inti to assume me now woka the failed coup 15th you know.
That's right.
Yeah, inti me inti yo.
Very good. But I will be after me.
Yeah, na me busa why he chose you as his bodyguard and I would start free. Coup na anya successful no. Ede eba. Yeah.
Very good. Inti about June 4th for take it over now your farm over, you know. He only the only mobile some way bodyguard and all way, but we chose ourselves to protect this man because we like this man. The intentions. Or the Bama, then we have to protect him. And we, the people protecting, were the 5 battalion guys. Myself, Sergeant Raji, Sergeant Kopa, Frederick Banini, of the 5 battalion boys chose ourselves to guide this man.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
But I was in the mechanism.
Meet you, pa.
Because onu the onim so kwasi onim kwabra won onim wo mo no no ma koye price no ma sama ba no enti ye koyi no no na ni so onim bia so bia ma ye kan so ye ye choose say ye ma papa we free yourself the 5 battalion ye move in no Let's just say taking hold of this man. Then I chose to myself to be a bodyguard of this man. Then we moved. And he was a very, very, very disciplined man. And those the bodyguards too were with him, were all disciplined and they were trained by him. Say, on fair way. Just like them, oh my God, me. He was a very disciplined soldier. And we like to move with him that day. And that was, me buy you buy honey over normally, man. And I am a soldier for me, call back to barracks. The bodyguards. Members in India, Obi an estate in Adia, okay. Back to the barracks to join our troops. But what in America?
Me too.
Very good. Yaba barracks, I need to buy 1 month. And I lima ya hand over man. Now, do Rawlings, Suna, Manfo, one more. Escortuno,
Ekosiisen on
Kaya,
Asempa
man,
FM.
Pijo, and a woman, a rich house. When our moon dinner, she, then they could just cut on money at the idea. And well, since I hand on my barracks and cried a man, son called me home, I will register me because some. Then within a week or two, our mother picking me from 5 times. And on the make more and some. Minyaku, Minyashi. Yafamanko court, Yafamanko straight to condemn self.
And no, why am I never pick you? Liman Abaino.
That's a Liman government, yeah. This is one of the stories I am telling you, and you won't hear it from anybody unless the one you can hear from him. Tachu Chikata. Tachu Chikata. Because Rawlings said, one more for Frimpon. I said, how? Frimpon Koyakuna, how say you pick it from Port to someone? Then he consulted Chikata to bring the matter up because we haven't been tried. We haven't nothing. Yeah, the boys were 12. 2 from Reki, 2 from 5 Battalion, 2 from Sunyani, 2 from Tamale. They pick the people individually. Miss Govaya pick apart from Menino 5
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
No, Signal Regiment, 1 couple, Anani, and you're picking from 5 Battalion. Straight to Ensawam. There I met one sergeant, Anabila, also from Achiasi. Not just you condemn so, he got up, hit him, Liman has lost some soldiers without trial at the condemned cell within 3 days, and on they released it.
Enti omo de mo call condemned cells or say ye prepare mo for firing squad and I say bibi sa and I say ye de makoto keke.
This is what up to date. Abia Tachuchikata make know something about it. Say be on fire I didn't up about my ye be ye no. I mean I'm not to any prison and I say prison baby but we want to condemn cell not in some prison. Condemn cell itself. So when we came out, then something started.
Now at the time now, when they call condemned cells, no. Not Rawlings were he.
Now I'm more monitor anywhere he moves. And now no outside. Only
And now other members of the
Chikata also was being monitored anywhere he moves. Anywhere Chikata moved, Now they were following him out.
Now other members now more guarded Rawlings. I need 5 now more guarded Rawlings. Or more my kind of way.
One will be our balance. You are touching apart from me, I want touching.
Is it because now when I hear the personal bodyguard Nintiana?
Well, I cannot tell, but actually I moved with Rawlings anywhere he moved. Wherever he wanted to go, he called me Fremont. Let's move on. I'm going to be interested in a new tea. And up to date, I don't know reason. Lima for themselves. And once Abako Sembia Suma, the Bias are known to me, Jerry Chikata and Tachu Chikata, and some of these officers were known. Because during Liman time, there was one military intelligence officer called Ano Ojija. He was doing all these things. He was monitoring the soldiers and doing all these things, arresting soldiers and putting them. Now I know that by putting him in some Liman, maybe.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Enti time Chatuche Kata Rawlings contacting na o blow story ne app no ena ye mu free condemn cells ho.
Sir, I am a date of the about newspaper. The newspaper was Believer.
Okay.
Believer.
At the time no what in fear be saying.
Oh, no, that was about 27 years.
Now we'll be 27 years.
Oh, yeah, I got into 30 years. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, na je moye 79 cool no.
That's right.
Na je now we'll be 25 years old.
Oh yes, now you're very young guy. Yeah, 25 years. Take it like that. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
25 years.
Now your young boys, yes, I don't know. Also do last couple also do private also do a member no on na me chele fedi. Now also me mate. And then you Twitter mali. And now what saying also no 27 years. Are you young boys?
And na Rawlings e di be saying.
Oh, yeah, Rawlings. No, Rawlings. Na me limni age na Rawlings nini ya no nini anyway.
There's not only 30.
Yeah, be and also be 30. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Rawlings 5 years. Exactly. No, 30. And I no 30.
No, maybe or 30 pepe. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Inti yenhwe time ye wo free condemned cells e ba ye no.
That's right.
81 cool no so na wo ka ho.
81 I was involved.
Hey. 81 dey no na wo gina mu.
Na just I didn't go here odwanfu. Na ma wo mu yi ye no kura ni nyame asem ni. Na nyame di kura no.
Asempa FM.
Entina though you abandoned me from entering any military installation here, men call police barracks, men call military barracks. You abandoned me. Which we consider Rawlings, there's no problem. But we consider as well. Military intelligence way if you go out. If you go out, no. It was something between menino. And I only maybe I'm a tina make a cap price. Bridge no so now your police officers quarters. You're not my brother. My senior brother, a friend of one Francis Frimpong. On no superintendent of Ghana Police. You know, it's DSP, not his quarters. When you know, you throw your way and I mean to win balance behind there. Be crazy bar.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Now, my man running the information. Say, my man, and you know I'm picking me up. Now, me freedom me a brass and cash. To be crazy, but me to crazy. Leave your hand between nothing from cap price to reach. Maybe I run into here. Nothing for. Maybe I'm a bar. At times, if you're near the wife or no, then we have to join. Because me know that everybody and that my own girlfriend. And look at me there. I didn't mean to try. Yeah, just go and do it. If I go, I go. If I die, I go my way. Yeah.
And at the time, no, who free condemned cells by in there, pamu who free military anymore.
Straight away.
In the name of which and
some panel. One of my uncle Johnny, because I don't know, like Johnny was an uncle, I don't know. The uncle Johnny, your colleagues, straight away now, will be a packing in your magoon come straight to your hometown. And the ban was about don't enter military
because OSHA at the time, not military defense intelligence, Juma pa picking intelligence on Munyana and all of that. Constant monitoring, how did you guys manage to do the 81 coup?
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
In fact, no craning and me any groups be Ekosiisen Rawlings planning the coup. Na me trap and throw. But only say me follow Rawlings to whatever and any instructions he gave me, Now I was following him. Me di kura no na me tipi no. Onu na ma me weapon. Weapon your friend Uzi. Israeli weapon. It took 37 rounds. Israeli one that they Rawlings into ma ano Ojija, I mean commander back. Ano ma Chikata back. Ano no need no na me handle. Into one year after now me walk after now me work for Mr. Ammunitions ready for any eventuality. And this is the military intelligence were doing. They were doing their work, but they couldn't. I mean, no. Well, God gave them the chance to move in. Until the time, I see a cool. Time I say cool taking place. Now 31st December. Now 13th November. Now I am here. Papa no ama no krabim chese me beka no ho a nkofo aka no ho se bebre anya no kre metumi afa bebre anya no kre tina ga so me hunu na bia so be na plan ma be fie ma be hu papa no na me nyama anto yie ma ha into no me ba me tinu when I'm so no then I can't say that how to count and the family is cry no
and the event say your ben is systematically into 81 no say the work 81 dia no so na udi mu ntintiman na ye nim say yes my 79 more hand over my civilian government into we thought say soldier for ne aban de mu ni asem bia dibio then what conditions the necessity necessity what conditions the ma 81 cool no itimi buy what were the conditions
yeah papa no oye let you say Rawlings you'll be very very influential and the way one more honey over mali man treatment fear onya no wachire no wan fa nyoma ahongono
Asempa FM
Rawlings am fa nyoma ahongono after handing over to Lima the movement being monitored.
Hey.
Yeah, during that time, Rawlings movement was monitored.
Ekosiisen on
They were monitoring
Asempa
here and there, and Kwajochi Kata. You, my brother, I'm very sorry to say. We are Pizam, Penifok, I said, we are going to chair one. One better. No monitor. Even one day, I could remember one day, Minikopa, Nachikata, Rawlings, they were there. Nachika, of joining cruise war Cape Coast University. She said they were very influential, my brother. There could be a moment to this set up 1, 2, 3 people who support. And in this case, that me for Chikata car. With this guy himself, me for Chikata car, and say they sit down. And I'm sitting down, so Chikata sit down, not car follow direct. Monitoring him the turbulence direct. It will be moving, you know. One who say Chikata na aircraft. And I Chikata a family call, not for another car to Cape Coast. And the woman information is that Chikata will Cape Coast. No, Chikata over this area with the car. They are following on there, Miss from Bola, and I'm the car now. No, so balancing on Cape Coast to meet the people there.
And there from Paul, we be pow.
My brother, I don't know what to say with my God. And as I am I want me.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
But something can control our simply in the camp. And I'm getting some brave one of her. I say, well, I say, not control the doors. I said, the power can't pray. And I know who here. Here say, yeah, don't take it upon yourself. They say. No, who say? I saw it and I'm saying it. And whatever I am telling you today is what with my naked eye, I took part and I'm telling you.
And the old can say the amount 81 cool buy and they say now Rawlings and Yanni easy after so handy over Mali man.
Yes, 100%.
In the and no yaw na mo sign the baby, you know.
That's right. And I mean so the situation I mean you now me your bodyguard 79. Yeah, I know over. How come say mo bet me say mo dey make to prison and I say it's a condemned cell. And to be free by you know, now me lifeless. I mean, you know, say who na make why and I say send your Meko bank and send my Bualba Yabomituani or Kumia. Only Mubuka. The being happy so quick. How can that thing? But pressure with the man, also when you're supposed to be and for be every more so I am about Cadifo, Bokawufo, and everything that can happen to follow him up. And this is how God put the situation up.
But Basanamu, you are aware, sir,
Ekosiisen on Asempa
you had
FM.
overthrown the constitution and I'm handi over my civilian government. No be free say CCRD BBA to BBA Jojo. A civilian government is in place, boomino. And these are justifications and momo personal comfort and enkoye mamuntino. You had to come back and overthrow another civilian government. Is it justifiable?
Was it justifiable to lock soldiers without trial in condemned cells, without letting the public to know what is happening in the country? I know you're justifiable. According to the Constitution, which we treat soldiers for, do no condemned cells, without letting the country to know about what is happening. I know you're justifiable. Things were moving in the country and I'm right to move. Things were not going right. And I believe the present government will not go that way. For the people to see and know what is happening. That's a kokulu way. Send a limadian call that way. Yankasa Bibin say, that happened now at Chobukurono.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
31, 32, there wasn't a bloodshed. Now, 79, there was a heavy severe bloodshed.
Yes, 79, yes, he say na bloodshed wo but 81, the amount 81, who say it was treasonable because more overthrow the constitution of the republic in 81. And meaning we are aware of the consequences of that.
Yeah.
So why did you do it? Say, lock up soldier for 10 with no justification in T.
Soldier for 12. And the treatment is on they were tracing the head of state on handing over to the present government,
Sir?
No one was able to come out to say that the way Liman Rawlings wasn't it's unfair. No one was able to come out to say it. And just the way you want to even if it's on come on, I mean, my brother, if you are living with such a watch my crowd that would in this way, one day one will throw that inside the room.
Ekosiisen on
Be fair with the
Asempa
people,
FM.
be fair with the nation. Let the nation know what is happening. Don't hide secrets from the nation.
But Obi Subeka say, and of course at the time no na ye mu bi ne yen wo yen ye nyina neoma ya kan kakra and me gina so busa questions inti because ye say under the Rawlings PNDC said you can we part of no.
Yeah.
There were some killings any day. Some soldiers and so were imprisoned without cause. Were all of that justifiable? It is a who blaming Liman for what happened under him. They happen under PNDC and elsewhere.
They happen PNDC and a revolution.
Mm-hmm.
And the revolution, when you are dealing with a revolution, you have to be very careful and discipline yourself. It's not like the democracy is going that way. You go and take a lawyer and so. If you are a soldier, you move in the revolution and you miss the target, you are throwing fire and squad. But in the civil government, so if you move into but it's a different from revolution. What we are in now, the democracy we are in now is different from revolution. When you revolt against the government, then
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Revolt against the papa and the buyer against the papa. So to revolt against the government
okay, but say revolution yes, said you can but how about even time you transition into civilian rule? Near nim say detentions be so some alleged killings being so so no soldier by even when we're under civilian rule. And also what would you say to that?
In fact, the big basu say a civilian rule. Not killing big basu or bra or minor where near it's very poor. It's very poor. But when we come to the civilian rule, that is a democracy.
Yeah.
And so say be a light and open light to the people to know what's happening. That's what we are seeing now. But because underground near then I can't. It is not justified. Then really,
Sergeant, Ebia Kase 79 coup was more like it was bound to happen because direction and kono. Now we needed a break Now Fiasia Baba concourse. But the 81 coup was not justifiable under any circumstance. Obeka then actually uncle for no.
Well, my catch said that 81 coup no. Now I Liman holding on to that democratic, the left and right. He didn't know left and right of himself. Yeah, he didn't know his left and right. He was doing that thing as if people were detected for him to do it, arrest this man, do that man. Well, I just don't know because so Obi hand over now. Not a money more, now they want to put surveillance on that man. Not a notion to me, every day they are you're detaining military intelligence on duty on that man and Kwajochi Kata. They are whereabouts, they are going and everywhere. Then, my brother, not just more than that's what you know was on it. That's what your brother was on it. Because civilian government, no. They're far different from what we are seeing
today. Meaning, say, after say, Liman abaning koye Mosan beye 81 coup no eba back no. Afe Nyoma koye in your estimation, the things go well as planned.
Na Nyoma danu kwamu papa.
Hey.
Na danu kwamu tnasa. Who misbehave you be disciplined. Who misbehave you be disciplined. Civilian rule that those days now make Canadian. Say you want to call down your son about the and you want to say one more did you bicycle, one more dining that the people were trying to retrieve one more Nyamaga for the other. But almost a papa baby on the Ayaka woman. We are going to take things so easy. It's not yet.
Ain't from 81 to 1991. You know now you're a personal bodyguard.
100%.
Or you're head of states, Nina.
Jabi, na make us 91. We move out. I'm head of.
Okay, now, you then now movie out, no?
And only one question. That's when it wasn't so. Actually, to me, a year. Now, in fact, many people don't act that. Tina and some Kikabia started now. Sergeant from Pons.
Ekosiisen on
a simple. Now, Papa, no, in fact, now, it do maybe cry now. Why you're very fed up, say, one more machine, because now be very strict. So even to get to the Papa, my life will be cancelled because now I literally will think I could for women, my Papa, I just don't know. And you know, one day, I cry, say, me was one of friends, say, friend Paul, no, Mrs. Sir, or say, or the person, men traffic 2 weeks now, 5 battalion for defense, you know, one more year investigation be about me. Now we must see, Obi ayere awakam. Nana, we must see. Me fa Obama court to say me. I don't have time. Which means that I don't. Into no, of a 5 battalion from and handle that battalion. Who no kwe wom say no kwe say or no. Nobody God na or work will be. Young man goes with the catch him say. Then he's going to deal with me.
Asempa FM.
And I'm so okay, please. 100%. Date by I say date, and I'm so okay, no problem. One more question. So we have one more investigation. That very day, that was 27th August. Now I know what
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Education by now, after one question and says I investigation allegation. What they told me something. I'm not friendly. I'm saying, same way we have to be very careful. Same because I want to have back out, so be it a whoop. They be catching me from Paul. Say me funny pan. I said, I will fight battalion, but people knew of this case. Then one, no, see, yeah, one more back forward. Say, no, one more warning. So they should be very careful. If we were disciplined with that man, we were very, very disciplined soldiers moving with that man. But because situation in Africa and Kofoa and said me jai and you mamutu. Now me am home because now me say man say ya me ask me the home because Papa No, discipline on pet a feeling and then you must kick in the mama on the life. And my say, and your mother down on internet, Mr. Farm. Actually, make a man cram. Man cram me too quiet. One say,
oh, in the just Ufri Ghana Hakwa Brutre.
Mr. Ghana straight.
Ekosiisen on
UK, US, Germany.
Because Germany.
Okay, Germany. And from 91 to cause waba Ghana now that's what Germany.
So see I'm a Ghana year into buy.
Oh, a year into now buy.
That's right.
And from 91 I'll call Germany. You've been in Germany since.
My whole home was about 80. Is it? No. Say 2000. Yeah, 2009. And I moved in there 1 week. But me moving in on my Cochiano. I didn't show you. It's within 2 weeks. I'm balancing myself. Maybe
And I feel na waba.
Yeah.
Just a new one the anka unyamai.
Oh, new one the annual nanka me
In the meaning is from 91 I walk 1 crown no. Up until now, only ninya interaction be able.
The P me whom down so whom da. Me whom down so whom da no whom so actually na can I need better better at the same time we say I didn't see who quite no we so that me so be who because when penny mu say now the bibia woni when the move on ajo when the move and ajo on the previous previous be move on me na ko ba bia na ma te ho sa no na na eku into the same me bana me kwase me kwashia no and yeah
It is just a or transition by a civilian leader ni nyina no 92 eba ni nyina wa ma Ghana da. Now at the time not in the usro because this is here na nye soldier aban na was bio.
Very good. Are you what the one German government go on because people you have to say Ghana attending to democratic between Akufie and the fellow against that say true say you are democratic but now you are democratic in only time in the move 79 82 no or no one has as a president of democracy you do get something called let me come from not on go to the another intention crown me the action what no on so very careful want to be my member who be oh yes want to very careful that I say me ben no or no be call and I say obefa provision where you me free because I dream me nya me tip the tin free no call baby no which means I have to say me pacho be we ja oba na ko ba ya no ko ga to so person sa ba wari bi I did so do no me so do no me
And na ye ka say no or da form neoma ben na okay yes nipa bia won nan so by ba former president Rawlings neoma papa ben na okay won ho
oh papa no oye nipa dan botomu a obeyama ana futu eso de mawo o de bema oye very adamfo I don't know so betua shia sa adamfo bisa
Asempa FM
ana oye discipline on if you abodia keka oye very disciplined so we go bibi pa as a bodyguard na we go sa de no na edi boni dia friend no hey ono nka say nti me nimsa wa ya hwiri nipa bi awo Ghana na me as I can say some time ago be a year 79 mo that your friend junior Jesus because I junior Jesus no better so you'll be at a krona and I say how do you call this man junior Jesus because the same party not the way or moving towards the new to just be who and he was junior Jesus to us as we were calling him and I'll be on the move that time will be also be a very strict and very fearful person so we go boni bi ma no nti se wo wa boni no do ho no do na nkofo didi boni de na nkofo didi boni bebre boni nkofo didi nya boni a Rawlings ya we boni an wo mu didi no na the obeti no so
boni ni nyina no nya we
excuse me to say, Bonnie be happy or Kumasi or D4 Asari. I hear them Rawlings may aware of this.
Asempa FM.
Kumasi for one revolution, one moment, just one moment, you'll be a girlfriend on the Iroquois, sorry, be and a sort of one. I say, so the and say, what's for my revolution, Kumasi. Many a job within the course a year. Across a year. Not a very sad of a real way. Why didn't you so? Rawlings. Also, no way. Okay, you know, hey, send me Papa will minimum in a social. I mean, I'm never and then you will only movie. It's your city committee. Get rid of those people. I won't call Benny or D4. Are you born in? Oh, no. This shouldn't be done. No, but me I said, Bonnie, I near me, Bonnie, but Blue Honoman uncle for AD edition. Na Bonnie be play.
Nana se later oba be hu so o di saa bone nana otu ho anamon.
Mimi na otu ho anamon pa. Otu ho anamon.
Wow. Na Boachi Jane ono na wote ne nka.
Boachi Jane since it fancy. Ye honey over. Ebe si ne ono de menen na ni area 9 ta. Na minim Boachi Jane. Ono so nim. Our 5 battalion in the sense 5 battalion. Na at every year be an meka shooting competition team.
Asempa FM.
Na ya hoje cap. I represent 5 battalion. Me Adanate and then Otto 1WO Otto. Yeah from 5 battalion firing team. Representing 5 battalion everywhere. All the officers in all the officers in 5 battalion, they know Sergeant Frimpong. Alias Mugu, they know me.
Sergeant Frimpong alias Mugu.
Sergeant Mugu. They didn't know.
Uye soldier ni na yo mo a o ma boni bi. Sa machofo na mudi Rawlings na wo kan ho. Omo o ma boni bi na wo nche dan boss a.
Me Oh my God.
But is it a case you felt threatened say ebia nhwa na wonkwa wo de wonkwa etwa so enu ntina wudwane ye no?
Actually, maybe I can say I felt something like that because Papa Oyobia said me passion be brave. Some way me boa me ye kwa so be shy re ho. Na duane a odi kra no. You know one couple buffer and you couple duane no from rich. And you have your brand work caster. Not only do work caster. Only the caster you will cook so how they are the bet odi the duane. And the other duane no rich.
On Asempa FM.
And I the man. And the whereby me who some manager say, I bet you myself because me kum papa no. I am very small for me to do. You know, so I'm very careful of me because I ensure my child to from 79. Now, because I did propose I didn't my hobby and some no friend. I don't know. Now, in other way, I said we I didn't feel no more. Nanka, who better talk on the way. Now, who better talk on the way. Means we here. This year, this was the year of our Excellency Fufo.
Yes.
But to me, Norway. Nana, Doba, Grand Doba to meet him. To me, sorry, I make us a pet. Papa, but your mama, anything. From Paul, Yanda Yamia, Master Papa Noa, Obia and Mr. From Paul, Okoda, for me to see from Paul alive, but I say only me, because only me. In fact, I am very shocked. Say, my who from Paul, so no Jaho, you know, Mrs. Amingui. Minimum William Kakasa. I know Kakasa, oh, say, no, not by
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Be anywhere by me, member fee. I say, me, we party. Now, then people will see, say, from Paul, you must say, Jerry, what did I do? You know, so. to myself, I'm so, I mean, I don't mean, only say, Mr. Bibon to say, I walk for Okoto. Mr. Bibon, because my home be fine. And then one who and pray. Ha, Minya, maybe I have a question, so I'm condemned, sir. 96 years, you're so many movie, I don't know, condemn,
Chaza, and Nuntina even National Reconciliation Commission, any other in our man.
Mama, my brother, my mama, me telling you now, Adabuga Moba near the Adinano, Adabuga, he knows me very well. Adabuga, me no one was moving. But I call Miss Minia, because many people, and it's a Adabuga, who Adabuga nowhere, I'm a car driver. And you also protect the thing with Rawlings, with Jiwa, somewhere. My meeting will go for that. The mimi group and many no kosia in there. Meaning say one Sergeant Anabila, myself, and one Corporal Taylor, a group, and another group.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
People like to come closer to whatever he's saying now. Listen to him. The book I remember, where they are maybe they are different from what you are saying and what you are hearing. Very good. And it's true, sir. Maybe I should I'm finding my soul.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you the fact. I want it. Because I need Rories. I've been necessity because I need Rories. And I'm in Papa way, and Nanti. I'm a Onosu me. Obom Dimboni be a manual. Or then Sabitan, that's why I movie him. Obey you more than from Yevi. Oh my God. Bibi Obenso on a score. You see, these are some of the names of the Chicago baby on us. I don't know the name of 30 years. 30 years. And the Chicago also maintain it, Chicago maintain and can only Tatuna Yam, Cow. William Kakaka. My baby, betting a church, a woman, a woman,
now, overseeing for Germany, no.
Yamia do my best.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Yamia do
Wow. I wish we could continue. Maybe when all is said and done, you be na unkoya. Ebi mo studio na afi atreyebo etimi edi nkomoni. Why?
There's no problem. My brother, there's no problem. The dear Mobby Sammy, Papa,
yeah.
I'll have it from you. I'll just give it out.
Mate.
Yeah. Because, I am the Papa, I miss Papa with you. Because once you are going to picture be or what to call the traffic move the way traffic drivers need to be sabi. Papa will feel the car. No, you can't know. Now to say that me call dog me that double pa. What's he found? What's he come on, get out here. No way you go that. No, Mr. That's right. Those days to pa any you to be and play for food. No way. But my God, you know, yeah, mom pie and I am slaying and shira and then Babo Kasiama Papa way ekra. Because I know, sir, God sent him for a purpose in the country. He sent him for a purpose. And he has finished his job. He has to go back. God sent David to save Israel. Yeah. And that's how Israel, David came to that's right. David came and even Walker Crown of first the Solomon. I can't tell you, Papa way a man quite a man out from Accra to Zawam. Or Pierre Accra to Zawama, because I didn't Papa name it. David ruled Israel. We all heard him and then you know how David ruled. When I saw John Quine out, Eddie, a feedback, buying on Honia and what are they buying? And he was really a king, Israel. And I know that Rawlings, God gave him to the nation Ghana. Now you sure BB. I think me just sure say name na asika fo no bebre wo ha. Wo mo wonya se hia kaka. Ewo, you wo be who you right on so. So wo mo ye bibi a, ahwe yi kaka do. Nipa ye ne se wo mo ye de. Wo mo di sika kura nyafu kura no a, wo mo di no kwan bi so a say ye so wo mo se na beto wo. Because bibi ama ma ye fu bibi pay. Very good. Na so try no try no. Aya and shashi bi am say roll the time. What you say? Roll it down. Very good. And
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I bet you can history roll it down ba wutu ni uye. I did that wutu ni uye. Near roll is the baba that one who's a uye say you na obi so mu de over o ento.
Na wetimi akọ international conference center wakotwa emu ne ho ahwe.
Me pa uto bebre ne no kreni nyame animu ni na meko but mistake I me here is nanka is the final protocol no and sana makamda but no protocol na fem ko hu ni pan asan lie I want to so he kwani me pack the car until I decided to come back and later on when say I will send and I will teach him be Emma Obano and Colano the later credit on whom by 30 years now
yeah.
Oh yeah, no fine.
But Nana Konedu Ajman Rawlings will be home.
Look at them, yes, a Pamo Yena baby, I do not been one money. Funny for Jedi. You couldn't bet that. Oh, she knows me. Mammy could do
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Wow. You, Sergeant, my ancient fancy, Bibiania will come back to you. Why? Amen. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a pa. Nyamisha.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Yeah, that's it. Ain't Sergeant retired Mugu Frimpong, or a former personal bodyguard, Emma, His Excellency, the former president, the late Jerry John Rawlings, and I'm saying no, AD and Como. Ekosiisen Sony, higher Asempa 94.7 FM. Eda munyina ase. Oh, he was fingered in the NRC report. Wow. Since he's justifying the excesses, kindly ask him about the June 30th, 1982 abduction and murder of 3 High Court judges and a retired Army officer, Sir Obama. They say, Obama, I intentionally did not ask him that question for good reason. We would have to find another time and go into those conversations in the way they fetch me. Because I had this at the back of my mind, sir. It was one of the questions, Abebusa, but I decided against that. Timing is everything, and the timing might not be right to get into those issues. Or what Ghana idea would find time, get him into the studio, and then we can ask all the questions you say to me, Ebusa. But thank you nonetheless for coming through with your question. We say, as we mourn the bereaved family, let us remember that COVID-19 is still real, laying its cold, icy hand on innocent lives. It is our responsibility to mask up at all times so as to protect our neighbors. May the soul of former President Rawlings rest in perfect peace. Hashtag Ekosiisen, Alex Martinson in Koforidia and Onode we are praying. There are some other messages. But one important thing I'm say, the COVID numbers are now scary. I don't know. Sisiano say one show mask is a minim how I may describe it, especially baby I was say o mask a shower but more than say beshe me pamocho because and the measure figures no unim say yen active cases is here at 3,286 3,286 there's a nipa what COVID nibi ya test ye hu so mo COVID nibi eno no 3,286 active see ya COVID mo nibi e wo ho eno no wo inti eni ya yenya because see aru nya o recorded daily cases e be 679 within one day or mo etimi nya bi 679 inti eni ye ayenya inti ye besremo say emfa nneɔma ɛnni agorɔ. But yɛka former President Rawlings asɛm deɛ ɔwɔ namfofoɔ bebree. One of his very, very, very good friends Riyad Hosiefe, and I hope I got the name right. Why former President Rawlings are down for over 50 years. Read my lips. 50 years on a former President Rawlings. I am down for 4. On Tichi into Yebeka Brofo. Mr. Riyad Hosiefe. I hope I got the name right.
On Asempa FM.
Hello?
It is right.
Oh, it's right. Riyad Hosiefe.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow, great. So you've known former President Rawlings for 50 years?
Yes, sir. I do that.
Wow. So when did you first meet him? Which year was that?
Somewhere in the 50s, 60s.
Oh, somewhere in the 50s.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So that was way before he joined the Ghana Armed Forces.
Yes, just a couple of months or years. I knew when he joined the Air Force, and when he used to go without asking for permission, and they are looking for him. This was the fun of it, that we used to dodge the military police.
Okay. Okay, so what has kept you both close for all this while, for 50 years? What's the secret?
Well, to be honest with you, it started on 79 when he attempted the revolution. When I met with a group of my friends, and they asked me, haven't you heard that Jerry Rawlings have attempted a coup and they are looking for him? Well, brother, what I did was I went to the under barracks because I knew he wouldn't be that easy to surrender or to be picked. So I was thinking that he could give me a signal and jump into my car and we dodged the military. But by the time I was in Gondar Barracks, I heard over the radio that he was arrested. And I knew that they were going to kill him or to execute him. I appointed a lawyer, Alhaji Kotswansky, to stand for him in court. And I immediately left Ghana to go to Sweden.
On Asempa FM.
Because Pardon, sir?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I went to Sweden because I knew somebody from Amnesty International, hoping that they will plead for his life, not to be sentenced. And even I had the contingency of planning that I would go to Lebanon and get some fighters and come over, break the jail, and take him away. So
wow, you contemplated that?
A friend of mine. Yes.
Yeah, you said you contemplated going to Lebanon to get some fighters to come and break jail, so he would come out of jail.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow, was that not extreme?
Yes, sir. I love him so much, and I know what he stands for. So where he proved himself the loving person for mankind is when he was in court, in tribunal. He wanted to exonerate the soldiers that went with him. So he said he hypnotized them. They were under his hypnotism control. I mean, which human being in this world will do that? Rather, you bring more people in because you don't want to die alone. But he thought he would go alone And this is where the soldiers, the junior soldiers, when they heard this, and they said, no, we will not leave this man to die. And this is when they decided to break jail and took him out. And he was installed as a chairman.
Oh, okay.
My brother, if it was, yes, I know for sure, if it wasn't for Jerry Rawlings, a lot of people would have been executed and died. When people were screaming for more blood, he didn't want. It was against his principle. He wanted rather those head of state to be jailed and to see how Ghana can be a better place for everybody.
And you mean after the 79 coup, when people were chanting for more blood, it was against Rawlings's principle?
It was definitely, brother.
So, but for him, a lot of people would have been executed, you mean?
You see, a revolution, brother, I experienced it in 81.
Mm-hmm.
If you dare define the soldiers, they have intention to clear people or to clear the bad elements. If you stand in their way, they will clear you as well. Believe me, brother, it's a very risky situation.
Yeah.
You have to, I mean, protocol,
Yeah, you have to obey protocol.
Psychologists,
Yeah.
to fuse the tension of the troops because they are angry. They suffered. And I remember when I was with, I joined the 81st. I was in charge of a scanner, which it scans the communication of the armed forces and the police and everybody, so that we would know what their intention. A day before the coup, Rawlings took it away from me. I didn't understand why. Because he wanted to protect me in case he failed. Nothing can be pinned on me. But when the coup succeeded, he sent the troops to come and pick me up, and I went to Gonda Barracks, and I started the scanner, and I overheard the Graf Johnson was prepared to get some policemen from his, house, outfit, to come and attack us at Gonda Barracks. So I passed it on the chairman. At that time, we didn't have arms ammunition. So the chairman cocked his released his magazine from his pistol, and he counted there was about 7 rounds there. And he wanted to give it to me. He said, take it and protect yourself. And I said, no, sir, you need it, not me. But to tell you the truth, brother, I'm ashamed to say it. When I gave him the pistol back, I was looking for which daughter I would run away to save my life. But thanks to one soldier, I will never forget him. May he rest in peace. It's called Ajibwedi.
Mm-hmm.
He went over. We got signal that there were troops coming from Takoradi to come and spoil the coup. So he met them at the runabout of 37, and there was a fight between him and his boys and them. And they were covered, they ran away. So he brought us a lot of arms and ammunition. And this is where we started the revolution from.
Oh, okay.
And, I would like to tell something about the Ghanaians. Why Jerry Rawlings cultivated us in a way that not only me, many of the soldiers around him, we are prepared to die for him. For you, for a human being to get another human being to die for him, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but you see, his action as a chairman, for 4 days he was sleeping on the floor on the cement. So one day he told me, Riyadh, look, you and I will sleep on the floor. Let us continue sleeping on the floor. We are capable of sleeping on a mattress today. But if we continue sleeping at the mattress, if we are forced to go back to the floor, there is no change in the sense. And I saw the philosophy of it. And so when he moved over to the castle, we came back from a trip, and he noticed that his furniture we call it the brown room, where he used to be in, it was exchanged. And he shouted, by whose order, and who exchanged it. And the steward came forward and said, every second year we do that. He said, not on my tickets, not on the people's poverty. Bring my old furniture back. When the people are well-to-do, their stomach is full, then I will think of what I'm going to do. So he ordered them, before they break, the furniture should return. And brother, let me tell you, Ghanaians, he was ruling Ghana on one couch. He used to sleep on it, and he used to sit on it. He used to eat from there. The couch got damaged from the middle. So he wouldn't send it for repairs or ask them to repair it. He rather put pillows under it, and it gave him some back trouble. He had very much pain in his back because of that couch. So by 2000, we lost power, and I moved over to my house. And when I was building the house, I built a small flat on top of the garage, knowing that he would come and stay with me. And the same thing, he stayed with me for 20 years in my house. Yes, sir. And one day I looked up, I went up. My wife told me, Riyadh, aren't you ashamed to let this old furniture to be leaving it with the president to be sitting on it? So I decided what to do. I will move. I know him very well. I live with him. I took my old furniture from my sitting room, from the TV room, and I took it upstairs, and I gave his old furniture to my watchman. So when he came in the evening,
Asempa FM.
He said, where is my furniture? And I said, sir, it's too old, and I changed it. And I give it. He said, where is it? I said, I give it to my watchman. He said, go and bring my furniture back.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Sir, I didn't know how to approach the watchman and say, give me the furniture back, but I did. Because I know when he meant an order.
And this was after he had left office as president.
Yes, sir. That was somewhere, I would say, 2016.
Oh, okay.
2000.
Okay,
yeah.
So quite recent.
Quite recent.
Yeah.
I sold my house. I was disgusted with my living in Ghana. And I told him, sir, our principle that we stood for, accountability, justice. You know, I said we lost because I saw so much wealth around me. We were both disgusted. And it's funny, I wish I was still in Ghana, because when we hear somebody died, he and I, we say, no way, we shouldn't go yet. We have a lot of work to do. May he rest in peace.
Ekosiisen on
How would he like to know a young man by name Mold died 2 months ago? His father is known to me, so is his mother. And I was in Ghana for the funeral of Jerry, but they postponed it, so I had to leave.
Oh, okay. So you are now back to Lebanon?
The announcement, I'm back in Lebanon, and we have a lockdown in Lebanon.
Yeah, a lockdown in Lebanon.
And even if I would want to, if I wanted to come, which I would love to, you see, my brother, Jerry Rawlings will always live like a flame in my heart. He will never die. He is not a dead man. I refuse to look at his body, because Rawlings is alive in my heart, in my brain. When he shouts at me, or he delivers speeches, this is the Rawlings I know.
From your,
pardon?
From your narration, do I get the feeling that you also served in the Ghana Armed Forces with him? Were you a soldier?
I was a revolutionary, brother.
But
I served with the soldiers, but I had no salary, and I refused to take any salary. But I was traveling around with the diplomatic passport. I was staying in a government. I was given a house at Laboni. I was given a car. I was given all the facilities.
As what?
As an advisor, as a revolutionary. I'm one of the soldiers. You see, I and him, we hate ranks. We hate. I'm a minister. If I wanted to hold any post, I didn't want to hold any post. May he rest in peace, Ajibudi. He wanted to nominate me to be a PNDC member. The Rawlings called me aside and said, don't accept it, because we are a free person. You can roam about, you move anywhere. If you are a member or you have a position, this is your office and this is your seat. And he asked me to be careful. Well, this is something beautiful. I was wearing a military shirt and I was having a gold chain on my neck. So he held my shirt and pulled it up violently and put his finger under my chain. And he said, these two things doesn't go together. Choose one of them. He was the most disciplined person I have ever seen in my life. I knew I cannot have anything granted or abused. Let me tell you something, brother, about the judges, which people...
Yeah, before you come to the judges, from everything you've said, so you were not a commissioned military officer, but you had military uniform on. Is that the point?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
And Rawlings allowed you to do that?
Yes, sir. And I was in charge of the T-55 tanks, which are the most powerful weapons in Ghana, in Tema.
Wow.
And he trained me to fly, and I could fly a military aircraft. I tried a helicopter a lot. I was scared And I told him, sir, I cannot take that chances because he was training me. And I said, if something goes wrong, I will kill him. And he said, don't worry. But to be honest, I wasn't an expert in flying a helicopter.
Yeah.
But I flew solo. And when I landed, the soldiers, this is the ceremony. They will get a bucket of water and pour it on your head.
At the time you were playing that role in the military, though you were not a commissioned officer, were you Ghanaian
No,
at the
sir.
time? Were you a Ghanaian at the time?
Well, brother, anyway, I don't blame you. You don't know me. My mother, she's a Ghanaian. She's from Elmina.
Okay.
She's a Fanti, and she lives in Ekosiisen.
Ekosiisen
Between
Okay.
Sekondi and Takoradi.
Ekwasi,
And I
yeah,
was born
Sekondi.
in Sekondi.
Oh, you were born in Sekondi.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And the former IGP Kobna, he is my blood uncle.
But as a civilian at the time, do you think it was right for you to do the things you did in the military, wearing a military uniform, using the military uniform as if you were a commissioned officer? Do you think it was right? Because you were a
It's a
civilian.
revolution, brother.
Come again?
I said it was a revolution. All hands on board. The truck needs to be pushed. There is no battery in Ghana. I mean, Ghana itself. Let's assume Ghana is a truck, and all hands on board to push, to spark the. You don't need to ask for to be commissioned or to be given a letter of intent.
Yeah.
The same question they asked me in the National Reconciliation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think you could
I
have
went
done.
through the National
Yeah, I remember. I mean, you could have done everything you wanted to do without a military uniform, no?
No, you see, working with the boys, with the soldiers, you have to be equal to them. And this was the warning I got from Rawlings. He said, you have soldiers working with you. What you eat, they eat. What you drink, they drink. You see, there was a lot of animosity between the soldiers and the officers before. I'm very sorry. I love many of our officers.
Yeah.
Especially General Nunu Mensa. I adore him. There is a lot of officers I love. Major Van Bakkenstein.
Mm-hmm.
He attempted a coup. You know, I was pro Kwame Nkrumah, and I wanted an officer to make a coup to bring back Kwame Nkrumah back to power. I was too much Nkrumahism.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And I look, brother, I worked with so many. I'm going to give you. I'm going to tell you something, and I dare any Ghanaian who have been through that. I know Kwame Nkrumah. I was working at the Flagstaff House, welding the gates of the welding the gates and the zoo. And Kwame Nkrumah bypassed me, and he spoke to me. Where did I land this job? And he pat me on my head. I loved him very much.
But how old are you now?
I'm. This is the funny part. One day, President Rawlings have his 50 years birthday.
Yeah.
I realized it that, hey, what's going on? So I said, sir, you are 50 years now. I was last year 50 years. So I'm older than you. So, sir, from now on, when you speak to me as Uncle Riyadh.
So you were a year older than him.
Yes, sir. I was born 1946.
1946. Okay. So
Yes,
you should be 74 now.
Yes, sir.
Great.
But I look very healthy. And if someone can take a punch from me, I don't think he can stand on his two legs. And I still chew bones.
That's interesting. We'll come to those personal issues, but before that, you wanted to speak about the murder of the judges, right?
Yes, sir.
What did you want to say?
You see, it hurt me a lot that if you remember, I don't know how old are you, I don't know if you knew about it. When the judges were murdered and they arrested some soldiers in Amatakwe, the soldiers managed to escape from prison. And the President Rawlings ordered me, don't come back here without the boys. I mean, without them. So I took some soldiers and we went round. Out of tips, we arrested 3 out of 4. Amadeka was the one, I couldn't get him, but I got the Jando and the other 2. So they were duly, before tribunal, and they were sentenced to death, and they were executed.
Ekosiisen on
so is Amatakwe. Let me tell you a secret, and nobody knows about it except me. At about 2 different occasions, I saw Rawlings with tears in his eyes crying at the castle. So we spoke. I said, sir, what's going on? And he said, he's remembering Amatakwe. And it hurt him a lot. And I said, sir, why didn't you commuted his sentence? He said he couldn't do that because the crime was too heinous. And it was at the tribunal, and he was sentenced duly. So he had to let go. Brother, he suffered in silence. He loved the man. He knows him. But even me, as much as I have served, if today he is still alive and I have done something wrong, believe me, Rawlings would have been so happy to say, give me the honor of me to shoot him down. He spared no justice. Justice is his life.
On Asempa
FM.
FM.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yes. And I'm saying that Rawlings stands for justice, for accountability, for mankind. By the way, I hear a lot of women claiming that they are his children or son. He, at 5 different occasions, Rawlings asked my house girls to resign, and he would send them to school, and he did. And I said to him, "Sir, why are you doing that to me? It's difficult to find a house girl, and my wife is difficult to train her." He said, "Riyadh, shut up. They need help, and I am here to help them." And he sent them. And this is my 5 girls working with me at my house as house girls. Only God knows the number of people Rawlings he sends to schools or to universities and take care. So if anybody will come in front of me and say he's a child of Rawlings, I mean, what are you trying to prove? We are all his children. We are all his children. What are you trying to prove? Why, when he was alive, didn't you come? If you had come forward, you think he would have abandoned you? Or he would turn his back to you? No way. I know him. So, I mean, I don't understand this silly things.
So on the murder of the judges, you argue that it was something personally Rawlings was sad about, and that you met him on 2 or 3 occasions crying about what happened?
Amatakwe, because he was his close friend.
Okay, so he was crying because of Ametekwe and not because of the 3 judges.
Why? What does he know about the judges? He doesn't know them. I mean, why should anybody cry to the in the 23 million, 25 million Ghanaians, who will cry for them? Only their families. You know, but Amatekwe, I mean, I cry for Ajebwedi, I cry for Poha, I cry for so many soldiers. Right now, I don't know the courage I have that I'm speaking to you so freely and mentioning Rawlings, because even when I'm eating and I know he's dead, I stop eating and I cry. Anybody mention him to me, I start to cry.
But point is, he was leader.
By the way,
yeah.
Let me add up something.
Okay.
One day, Rawlings told me, go and tell Captain Chikata, if he doesn't clear his name from this mess about the judges, the match is going on. I will step on his head and continue the match. I mean, such an order was too strong for me to do it, to go to Captain Chikata and tell him this is what the old man said. But this is what I said, as an inside person, I said, as in the house, in the room, these are the facts. And that's why I'm saying, the Ghanaians, enough is enough. He has paid a very big price with his friend to allow the law to take its course.
So are you saying, from what you know, in the mind of Rawlings, he believed at the time that Captain Chekata had caused a mess relative to the murder of the judges, and that he should take steps to repair his image and clear his name?
No, sir. He said if Captain Chikata is implicated, because Rawlings didn't know about the soldiers and Amatakwe. It was from the security agency and from the investigation that it came out. And Captain Chikata, nobody is accusing him, but if he's being accused, I mean, he was implicated somehow those days. And Rawlings wanted him to clear his name and march on, you know. I would never say Captain Chikata is implicated with the murder.
Oh, okay. So Rawlings just wanted him to clear his name.
Clear his name. I mean, there is allegation.
Yeah.
I mean, like me, now you're saying I was wearing a uniform. And when I'm approached, I mean, what did you do? And brother, I said, I told the NRC, I don't regret anything I do. I will repeat it. Everything I did with my own knowledge, with my own humane way. And I told the NRC that there's the NRC to investigate so-called crimes or whatever against humanity. If they would have opened another NRC to say thank you, I said the hall will be full with people coming to tell me and the NDC, thank you for what you have done.
So as we speak, the murder of the judges will still remain a top state secret. We will not know who did that, right?
Yeah, we know. Why, brother? I'm saying it A, B, C, D. The 3 people, the 3 soldiers who took part and did the execution, they were sentenced and they were sent to firing squad. They are dead. And so is Amatakwe.
Yeah, but who ordered them to do?
He was a PN.
Who ordered them to do what they did?
Nobody, brother.
Nobody ordered them?
Nobody, brother. Nobody ordered them. It was. Why should somebody order them? Why should only this? Look, I have a case against a judge. I mean, if there's a revolution and I took justice in my hand, does that mean somebody ordered me to do it? No.
So what would have been the motivation of the 3 soldiers to go murder the judges?
That this is well, they were taken by Amatakwe. Amatakwe is a dead man and he cannot speak. But Ghana, if you want to know, investigate what those 3 judges, what case, what were they involved? Amatakwe was workers union or something. Yeah, he was in the workers union.
Mm-hmm.
What have they done against the workers? Find out from that angle, then you would know why they were murdered. Why other judges were not murdered.
So we should find out as a country what the judges might have done or cases they might have.
Exactly.
Oh, really? But you think anything they probably did would justify they being murdered in cold blood?
I don't. That is too much, brother. That is too much. It is too much, I would say. But as I said, it was heat of a revolution. I will not. I will not connive with it. I will not raise my hand and say they did well. No, it's wrong. They are human beings. They have families. They are high court judges. They should be respected. But you see, that's what I'm saying, that we, the civilian, many of civilians, they suffer through the hands of judges. You see, what I call justice. The justice, they show you a woman carrying a scale with a sword.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's wrong, sir. That's wrong. I should think they should change that. The justice is a rubber band. A rubber band, you can put it around anything, oval, square, anything. It just grabs it.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
So
FM.
this is justice. What the judge wants, and I was involved in a case with the MTN. The MTN wrote to President Rawlings that we give you VIP phones, and they wanted to discuss it. And so Rawlings wrote back to them, I have not received any VIP phones from you. I rather received phones from Riyadh Huzaifi. So please go back to Riyadh Huzaifi and check what is between you, the two of you, and how he got those phones. I took the owners of MTN, the Mikatis, to court. God behold, the judge, the High Court Judge, Jennifer Adu, I could see the case was diverting, going towards that way. And she exonerated them, and I was a black sheep. She had no respect. The court had no respect for the letter of a head of state, a formal head of state, stating that he did not receive nothing from them. This is the whole case, even. It hurts a lot. But you see, brother, I sold my house, and I said, there is no justice in Ghana. Let me go. But I'm very sorry. There are few high court judges. I bow my head for them, and I will die for them.
So is that why? Is that what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was asking if that's why you left the country of your birth, because from the circumstances surrounding your birth, I can comfortably say you are a Ghanaian, right?
100%.
So why would you leave and go back to your father's country? Your father came from Lebanon, right?
Yes, sir.
So why would you leave the country of your birth and go to Lebanon? This is where your mom is from.
Yes, brother. And my mom counts. The mom is the land. It's the motherland. It's called motherland. My motherland is Ghana. But this case breaks my heart. my lawyer
Ekosiisen
was on a
Asempa
contingency.
FM.
If he wins, and he was the former Attorney General. And the McCarthy's, they had about 11 lawyers walking in, and they diverted the whole case. You know, you could see the bias and what is going on. There is no justice. That judge should look at the internet and look whom she gave an international crooks.
Asempa FM.
Hello, are you there?
I am here, brother.
Okay. So I was asking about why you left Ghana, but of course you've explained that. So you sold your house at Rage, or you said Rage or Laboni?
No, it's Airport Residence, Airport West.
Airport West. That was your personal house, not the one Rawlings gave you in Laboni.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. Hey, you have done your homework a lot,
But you know, on the issue of what might have motivated the soldiers, I've just received a message, and the message reads, with your permission, I would want to read it. It says, none of the soldiers, and I mean the 3 soldiers who committed the act, had any personal problems with the judges. Only Amate Kwei would have had a problem with Cecilia Crantonado, who presided over the case of dismissed GEHOC workers in court, and Major Aqua, who was a management officer at GEHOC. Interestingly, Chachu Chekata was their lawyer in that case. The other judges had reviewed AFRC cases against the transitional provisions of the 1979 Constitution. So, do you get a sense relative to motive? And from this message, don't you really think that maybe the order for them to execute the judges might have come from above?
Brother, I said so. I mean, maybe I'm speaking too fast because I want to fill time. There is so much to tell you people. Mm-hmm. But listen, I said it. I'm not accusing those 4 soldiers. By the way, there's Amadaka. He has run away. The 3 that have executed. I'm not saying they had any grudge. They went there and they killed them under orders from Amata Kwei. Amata Kwei was a PNDC member. Don't forget that he has powers to order the soldiers or the police to arrest anybody, but I mean to execute them in that manner. But that's what I said. It was a revolution.
Yeah, I get that point. But you know, Amate Kwei had interest because he was part of the workers at GEHOC. But the point is, and that was in relation to just one of the judges, Cecilia Crantonado. How about the 2 other judges who sat on cases involving, you know, AFRC's dealing with some of the transitional provisions in the Constitution and all of that? How about those judges who would have had interest in their execution?
Well, if Amata Kwei gave orders and he took the soldiers and he showed them their places, he must have some grudge against them. I'm not saying that I sat with Amata Kwei or he confessed to me or he told me, but this is my conclusion from following the case from A to Z.
So you think, apart from Cecilia Crantonado, Amata Kwei also had interest in the other 2 judges?
It should be. Why should he kill them? Why should they be killed?
But you're also speculating, are you not?
Yeah, I'm speculating, but you see, brother, this is life. You took 3 people. I mean, okay, I'm angry with you. I took the security officer. I took your MD. They must have done something to me, but not because I have a grudge against you. so I will kill the others. I mean, that makes sense.
Wow. So you've left Ghana now and in Lebanon. I don't think you have any intentions of coming back, do you? Coming back to live in Ghana, I mean.
To live in Ghana, what for? I see corruption. I see wealth. I look around me. One day I was invited to a party. It was all NDC. I mean, it was a very lavish party. And I took the microphone and I apologized to Ghanaians for the injustice, crime, or I said it was an injustice, because I look around me today, more Ghanaians, they have accumulated wealth, so much wealth, richer than those people we killed for so-called corruption. I spoke with President Rawlings about it. What should we do to them? But the world will not allow us to do to them what the justice would say. I will meet them. I mean, I don't agree with the killer. Pardon?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, all I'm saying that the wealth. I mean, this guy Mold, the one he died a few months ago. They call him a billionaire. A billionaire, it means put all those, the three head of state with the 4 generals we executed. I don't think all of them, their wealth will compare to this young man's wealth. Today you have what you call Haruna Idrisu, for instance. Haruna Idrisu used to come to my house. He was poor. He had nothing. Look at Haruna Idrisu today. Look at Iti Mense. He was AMA boss. He used to meet me at High Street, wave me to stop to give me tips and tell me what is going on or things. Look at him today.
But all the names
on High Street.
No, but all the names you are mentioning are people who work. They work and they are paid for the work they do. Haruna Idrisu has been a parliamentarian all this while.
My brother, I'm a Muslim, and in the Quran it says, no wealth is accumulated with honesty. What is your salary? How can I see you driving a Mercedes-Benz or a house? It costs $2 million. Like this young man, yes, he was working, he was having contracts, living in a Lavadi hotel with 3 Lamborghinis as his personal car. And
Asempa FM.
But the point is, and that's where it gets interesting, that some of the things you complained about that brought about the coup were things some of you did, because you made the point that you were given a whole house at Laboni, you had a car to yourself. Before the coup, you did not have some of these things. So the things you're complaining about are things you were also neck deep into, no?
No, the house at Laboni, it was confiscated. It used to belong to an army officer who helped some Indian to smuggle or transfer about 8 million pounds those days. You know, it was a confiscated house, and I was staying there with soldiers. I had a part of the house. I didn't have my own house. My dear friend, let me tell you, I was living in Taysek Garden.
Asempa
And
FM.
one day, President Rawlings told me, you know, Riyadh, you are lucky because you've always maintained a good standard of living.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Yeah. Brother, the reason I left Ghana, I didn't want to be disgraced because I couldn't pay electricity. I couldn't leave. I mean, I go to the supermarket, I see apple, I see grapes or anything, the exorbitant prices. So I thought, no, sell your house. I came and I bought a house here. food, my brother, is as cheap as Gary or Kinky. And my wife, she's a European. When I came to Ghana, she asked me to bring her Gary and coconut. Can you believe it? This is what she longs. I mean, she's creeping for. I love Ghana. Ghana is my mother's land. I was raised in Ghana. I know thousands of people in Ghana. I love Ghanaians. But brother, I mean, the justice is not there. And by the way, before I forget, or before you wrap up this thing, President Rawlings was very disheartened with the way he was, I mean, as an ex-president. And we used to speak together
Ekosiisen
that they will only know his value is after his death. But what good does it make? Look at the funeral that they are giving him, which is befitted for a head of state.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stand here with my head bow to President Nana Akufo-Addo, because he really breaks the barriers and the barriers of law that we know in Ghana. NDC, NPP, different parties. Whilst Rawlings was alive, Rawlings told me President Nana Akufo extended a very brotherly hand to him. He used to bring him into conferences. He asked him to represent him. I mean, he made him feel like a head of state. Even if you can see what Rawlings said to the NDC or to Ghana, he said, look at 2023. You know, which means he pardon?
Yeah, I'm listening, Riyadh. I'm listening.
Yeah, which means Rawlings, he told me he will ask Nana Akufo personally that, are you prepared to run again? And apparently he got yes. So Rawlings will not turn his back to Nana Akufo-Addo. You know, Rawlings is a disciplined man. He's a disciplined soldier. He's an honest man. So that's what he said it openly on air. He said, NDC, look towards 2023, which means, I mean, obviously, Nana is going to take it, and he will support Nana. Jerry Rawlings did not support NPP. Jerry Rawlings supported Nana for his kind gesture to him. And look at the state burial that he's giving him. So, my President Nana, I bow my head before you and tell you a very big thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Riyadh, I know, yes.
You have honored the Ghanaians by the state burial you have given Jerry Rawlings.
Yeah. Just control the sentiment. I know it gets emotional. I mean, there's somebody you've known for 50 years, so I understand. My final point would be that, and on the issue of the house you spoke about in Labone, do you know whose house it was and how it ended up with you? Do you know?
An army officer.
It was for an army officer.
It belongs to an yes, sir. And that army officer, he was in charge in the Bank of Ghana. And at those days, if you go through the archives, you can find out. Yeah, he helped Indian. I believe his name is Kopchantani or something. I'm sorry, but they were two brothers. He helped them to siphon more than 8 million pounds sterling from Ghana. So when the PNDC came to power, it was revealed and his properties were confiscated.
So who helped who to siphon $8 million? The soldier at the Bank of Ghana?
No, the officer who the house belongs to. Find out the house at Labone. Who does it belong to? And that's the officer.
Okay, so the officer, and you say he was stationed at the Bank of Ghana?
Yes.
And he allegedly helped people to siphon 8 million pounds?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
What?
I said it at the NRC.
Yeah.
I had the newspaper, and I told them they should investigate him. Well, nobody. You see, this is it. Even the NRC, it was all biased. I mean, can you imagine the chairman of the NDC praising this criminal? I forgot his name now.
Asempa FM.
No, but even yes, I know you'd remember subsequently.
Adabuga.
Adabuga.
Yes, sir.
You had a banter with him.
Yes, you see, Adabuga, I couldn't, you see, out of respect to President Rawlings, because I was associated to President Rawlings, I couldn't speak freely and say all my mind. I respected myself. Let me now blow some big boom for you. The tapes that the NRC were looking, the execution, it was with me, brother.
Oh, really?
It was with me. I wouldn't give it to them because they were biased.
Ekosiisen on
Because
Asempa
I could
FM.
see hypocrisy.
No, but
You are praising.
No, but Riyadh, that would be a serious offense, because I know you were before the commission to as a witness, and you swore an oath to tell nothing but the truth. So what you're telling me now?
So help me God.
Yes. So that's perjury, and that's a criminal offense.
Brother, as I said, the tape, I had a copy with it. Let me put it this way. I wouldn't surrender to them, but the real tape, as I tell them, I told them the truth. It was with Alison Tete. And I would not change that my statement, but I had a copy of it. But
but you told
I give it to them?
But you told the commission you had no copy.
No, they didn't ask me for a copy. They didn't know any copy existed.
Wow. But you know that is also that tape was at the heart of the inquiry, and that they needed the tape to get to the conclusion of the matter.
They were trying to ridicule the tape, like if we Rawlings gave me orders to record executions for us to come and enjoy it. I mean, brother, I'm prepared to die. I'm prepared to die for it. You come and accuse me taking pictures.
Wow. The line just dropped. We work the lines, get him back. Now, no area. It's getting interesting. Ekosiisen Swini, I asked him, 94.7 FM. And I believe you are following our conversation with Riyadh Hussefe. Riyadh is a Ghanaian, born to a Ghanaian mother in Ekosiisen Sekendi, but ne papa a Lebanese. And as we speak, he was very close to Rawlings. For 50 years, they were really close to him. Okay, I'm told Riyadh is back on the. Yeah, Riyadh. So you said it was a deliberate thing. You think the commission was biased, and that's how come you told them you did not have the tape, even when you knew you had it.
I told them, no. Listen to me, brother. When they asked me about the tape, I know the chairman himself personally. He knows my mom.
Asempa FM. Ekosiisen on Asempa
And
FM.
I told them that the truth was that I gave the tape to WOTC. And he was the one who is in charge of all items for the castle. But I had made a tape because I filmed the execution. I had made a tape. Who would know that genius Riyadh made the tape for himself? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if that tape, they couldn't find it from the archives. I mean, what good have they shown me? What sincerity when they are putting this guy Adabuga against me in lies, and the person is dripping with blood, and the chairman of the NRC praised him and thank him for coming and sharing his thoughts. And I mean, what a shame, brother. That's why I'm saying that I wouldn't help an organization like that. No, sir.
But you know what I find interesting is that, and I recall that when the late Jerry John Rawlings appeared before the commission, there was a direct question put to him, and he made the point that the tape was probably with a dead man, you know, creating the impression that it was something he did not know where it was. You know, so he didn't help the commission.
Yes,
now you are telling us that you knew of the whereabouts of the tape. So it means both you and Rawlings lied before
brother,
the commission.
Please don't put, brother, don't put words into my mouth. Listen to me careful.
I'm listening.
I told the commission President Rawlings was invited to the commission, and he wasn't asked about any tape. He was asked whether he gave permission to Riyadh to film the execution.
Okay.
And this is where he acknowledged of giving Riyadh, to record the executions. And it came about because, what's his name? Flight Lieutenant, Jesus. Who was executed?
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Is it Kotoka, Afrifa, which of them? Achampong?
No. It's no. I mean, is a flight lieutenant.
Oh, okay. Okay. You no problem. When you get the name, you can still come back to it. So just proceed with what you wanted to say.
Yeah. Let me tell you that. So Rawlings told them he gave orders to me to film because this officer he killed some civilians at Labadi near the trade fair, and he was duly sent to court and he was sentenced to death. And he's a very close friend of Jerry. And he was executed. But people up to date in Ghana, they would say that no.
Okay, so I think it's Kojo Lee, right?
NDC smuggled him to Cuba, and he's living in Cuba. So
is it Kojo Lee you were referring to?
Let us have. Yes, sir. Yes,
Kojo
sir.
Lee, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Larry Lee.
Yeah.
Larry Lee.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you know something. You know it's not too late to still hand over the tape to the state. You know that, right?
Brother, I destroyed it.
Oh, you've destroyed the tape?
I destroyed it long time, many years ago.
Riyadh, why would you do such a thing?
Hello?
Why would you do that?
It is my copy. It is my copy, brother. It is my copy. The copy of Ghana, I hand it over to the castle, and I hand it over to the WOTF personally. This is the true copy. By the way, Kwashiga had it with him for many weeks or so. By the way, look at the good deeds of President Rawlings. Kwashiga was arrested attempting a coup, and he confessed that he was going to shoot President Rawlings with an RPG. Do you know what it means, shooting a human being with an RPG? He will be in pieces in the air. And still, President Rawlings released him from custody, and he was a free man, and he went to the opposition, and he became a minister. But, brother, these are the beauty of Jerry Rawlings. How can you release a man who wanted to kill you, and you are in power? And by the way, I used to make sure Asad Mallah, he's the Kotoka chairman, to be given money. I asked him, I pleaded with him to give money to Kwashiga's wife so that she will keep running her life day to day.
What was the content on the tape, the copy you had? What was on there?
Executions.
Executions of who?
I mean, one person I remember is
Ekosiisen on Asempa
this
FM.
guy who they were claiming that he made a coup against Rawlings for 2 hours, which was nonsense. Jiwa.
Oh, Jiwa. Okay, so the execution of Jiwa was captured on that tape, the copy you had.
Yes, sir. And other soldiers. But Jiwa was my close friend. And I asked him on the tape, I wish I have the tape. I asked him, do you want me, as I was escorting him for his execution, I asked him, do you want me to do something for your family? Thank God he didn't tell me take care of them, because I would have taken care till the day I die. But he said, no, everything is okay. And Jiwa himself, when he was once, when they made mutiny, he and Alorga and others at the Gonda barracks, the soldiers wanted to open fire on them. So they were so angry. They told me, yeah, bro, this is what they call me, yeah, bro. They say, yeah, bro, go talk to your brother to give us the okay to open fire on them. So I went to Chairman Rawlings and I told him, sir, the boys are agitated and they wanted an order from you to open fire. And he said, Riyadh, I would never give such an order. There could be one among them who is innocent, and I wouldn't want his life. And there was, brother. So I wanted to go and speak to them. He told me, you go on your own risk. So I went in and I approached Alorga, and Jiwa took his G3 upward and he wanted to smash me on it. So Alorga ordered him to put down his arms. Brother, we went through so many things. And as I said, thank God Alorga didn't tell me, take care of my family, because I would honor a dead man's wish.
So who did the recording? You did it yourself?
Yes, sir.
You did the recording yourself and you sent the original copy to the castle.
To the castle, yes, sir. Listen, brother, I did so many recording at this Black Star Square. I had equipment. They were more sophisticated and better than what was there in the broadcasting. And which broadcasting was there? Just G3. I mean, there was no other place. I was doing recording of the old man in rallies and so on. And all those tapes, I've given them to RSM Pete.
And the executions you filmed were all extrajudicial executions, right?
It was only soldiers.
Yeah, I mean the soldiers, yeah. So the soldiers were not put before any form of tribunal or court. That's what I mean.
No, they were before tribunal. The film was filmed in the tribunal.
And the tribunal ordered for them to be executed.
Yes, sir.
Wow. But you know, this would have really helped the NRC in their job if you had made this tape available.
Brother, the NRC, they spoiled their job. The NRC, as I said, if they could put a book in front of me to accuse me, and they didn't follow it up, that I took him to some Lebanese to take bribes or to take money from them, which was totally lies. Totally lies. I did not, a person like the article of no use, he never went, I never took him with me. He never went with me. I used to see him. I don't know the help. Where did he come from, Adabuga? By the way, let me clarify some few things too. Kwekubaku, when he insulted the president and he said he's a bastard, brother, I and some soldiers, we wanted to go and clear Kwekubaku, and the president heard about it, or the chairman, and he summoned us, and he said, if any harm happened to Kwekubaku, he will hold us responsible and he will deal himself with it. So Kwekubaku, he owes his life to President Rawlings.
So you had planned with some soldiers to go and kill him?
Brother, we would have done it. I'm telling you.
How many people did you kill? Did you plan to kill, and you actually did it, killed them?
All right. I am swearing here to tell the truth, but the whole truth, so help me God. I once attempted, there was once a young boy, I cannot recollect his name now, but I believe he is one of the boys who break the jail for President Rawlings. I've forgotten his name. He was shot, but he didn't die yet. And I could see that he's having difficulty in breathing. So I wanted to go for my pistol to give him a bullet of mercy, they call it. But one soldier, thank God, was next to me. I always remember this incident because he would have been the only blood I had in my hand. So help me God, I have no blood on my hand whatsoever. Not that I'm scared of it, brother. I'm prepared to fight, and I'm a fighter. So you planned with some soldiers to kill Kwekubaku, and you said you would have done so, but for the intervention of Rawlings. Brother, we would have done so. We did not sit down and plot it. When we were so angry, as I said, look, brother, from the beginning I told you, Rawlings with his treating us, and what we saw him being honest, and the way he loved poor people and loved poverty. I mean, to move poor people from their situation. We were prepared to die for Rawlings. How much more, brother? You want me to sit here now and tell you somebody said Rawlings is a bastard and I would let the person go free? You think I'm that biased or that stupid? No, I will not. I'm telling you. But where did you get that power from? So are some soldiers. No, Riyad, where did you get that power from? A civilian who was able to order soldiers around to kill people? And but for Rawlings' intervention, you would have killed Kwekubaku? Well, why should he insult President Rawlings and call him a bastard? Wow. And that justified the decision to go and kill him? Brother, do you know they call it a moment of flair or passion? If at the moment, if you insult me and I'm right in front of you and I hit you, or even if I had a weapon and but it's out of it's a moment of anger, moment. But if I now in Lebanon, I carry some weapon and I come all over to Ghana and shoot you, that's a premeditated. We didn't do any premeditated. But Rawlings knows very, very well. He knew our intention because there were going on at the corridors. Yeah, so I get where you're coming from, that you would have pleaded self-defense or maybe provocation. But there is the principle of proportionality. So the fact that you are angered doesn't mean you should pick a gun and shoot the person and come back and plead
provocation or self-defense. No, that doesn't work anywhere.
Brother, you are now, listen, you are now advising me. I'm telling you, at that moment, I mean, Kweku Baku, even he spoke so many things against me, and he said he knew me. I didn't know him from Adam. I don't know him. And I knew his father. I respect his father. I love his father. But I don't love Kweku Baku. I don't like Kweku Baku. So you want to come and educate me or to mold me to like Kweku Baku or what?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not doing that. I am not. I'm not doing that. So the point is...
Yeah, but I have no grudge against Kweku Baku. I don't want to kill Kweku Baku.
No, but you said you ordered the soldiers and you would actually have killed him, but for the intervention of Rawlings. That's what you said.
I said at that moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the moment when he assaulted Rawlings some few years back.
You wanted to take his life. I get that point. So while we end, now your very good friend Jerry John Rawlings is no more. What would you tell the Ghanaian people? The Ghanaian people are listening to you. But even before you respond to that question, should the state security react based on this interview and would want to get you and go to the bottom of this tape? You claim you've destroyed the tape, but if they want to investigate more and see if they can get a copy of the tape, would you avail yourself?
My brother, you have justice in Ghana?
We do.
You do? That's your word. I didn't see no justice.
But that was not a question.
Brother,
my question is
because I'm giving an interview, and I spoke to you, and I spoke the truth, and I said, and it is not the actual tape. It is a copy. It is a copy that I kept for myself. And when I saw the anxiety, they wanted it, I had it destroyed. Why should I keep it? It's not mine. It's not for me to keep anymore. I mean, first of all, not Rawlings, not anybody knew I had that tape copy, because I don't think Rawlings would have allowed me to keep the copy of that tape.
So even if you are called today, you are not in the position to provide a copy of the tape?
No, brother, honestly, so help me God, I swear, Almighty Allah, I don't have the tape.
When Kweku Baku insulted former President Rawlings, in the spur of the moment, you took a decision to want to eliminate him. How did Rawlings get to know? You went to inform him that this is what you want to do?
No. Some maybe of the soldiers. I mean, I don't know. You see, we are many, brother. Maybe one of us gone to him and said, sir, the boys are angry and they want to go and deal with Kweku Baku. And this is when he summons us to the castle. I mean, we were at the castle, at the Brown Room, and he said if anything should happen to Kweku Baku, he would hold us responsible.
And how many were you? How many people took the decision? How many were you?
I didn't count.
You didn't count, but you were many. More than 10.
On Asempa FM.
Brother, Kweku Baku needs 10 people to kill him.
Okay, so you were 2 or 3.
Why do you want to know that figure? Why?
Why shouldn't
Are you trying to incriminate me or what?
I'm not trying to incriminate you. Why would I want to do that?
I don't know, brother. Why do you want this figure? And I'm just telling you the beauty of Rawlings. And now you want to turn it on me, because even I'm scared of Rawlings. If I do something wrong, Rawlings would have dealt with me. He wouldn't have spared my life.
Yeah, but you You took the decision to go and execute Kweku, not Rawlings. Rawlings didn't take the decision you took. You took that decision and you informed, somebody from your camp informed Rawlings. And that's why I am asking you those questions. I can't possibly ask Rawlings how many you were in taking that decision. I should ask you.
I don't know. We were angry. I mean, if you can even add thousands of Ghanaians. You think Ghanaians took it mildly for a journalist to insult chairman of his caliber, to call him a bastard?
Will it then be possible to say that
you don't see? Excuse me, brother. You don't see any hurt. What Rawlings, look at the state burial they are giving Rawlings because of his good work. And I'm trying to tell you people that even I, Riyadh, or many of us, because he stood for nothing but for justice and accountability. And then you are telling me how many people are you? This is all your interest is of how many people are you?
No. I mean, I would.
So you don't see the beauty of Rawlings.
I see that, and that's why.
By the way, let me give you another one too. What's his name? Rida, Ibrahim Rida.
Yeah.
He betrayed Rawlings. He was supposed to be with Rawlings in the coup of '79, and he was related to Akufu.
Ekosiisen on Asempa,
and he saved. He went and surrendered Akufu house to, and pretended that he is part of the coup. But the same thing, he said. He said silly things. Right now, he said Rawlings wasn't officer quality. Who dare you? How dare you? You cockroach like you come and say President Rawlings is not an officer quality?
Is it the case?
Brother, if anybody insults Rawlings, Rawlings is a big figure of Ghana.
Yeah.
He is second to Kwame Nkrumah. I mean, he did a lot for Ghana. We cannot stand by and allow somebody, some misfit, to insult him. You think the good work President Nana Akufo is doing is, it's a trash?
Yeah, is it the case that anybody who insulted Rawlings then, that was enough justification to go and execute the person?
Ekosiisen on Asempa
in my book, yes.
Wow. And how many people did you...
I love the man so much.
How many people did you execute or cause to be executed for insulting Rawlings?
I told you. I haven't... nobody. Who? I gave you Koresh Kwashiga. He's my tight friend. I helped him. I helped his wife. I helped him to be. I spoke to President Rawlings to let him go. He wasn't sent to court. He wasn't sent to any tribunal. I mean, come on, brother, wake up to some issues.
Yeah. I get you, Riyadh. I get you. I mean,
I hope you get me.
Yeah. I get you. But I have.
Kwashiga wanted to shoot Rawlings, and he confessed to that. He's my friend, and I helped his release.
Okay, so I have a message for you from Mr. Kweku Bako, and he says, I never described Rawlings as a bastard. Never. Tell him I challenge him to provide evidence. Would you want to take up the challenge?
Brother, look into the archives. I am not in the position It was in a newspaper. I will go through some of my news. By the way, no, I don't think I will have it. I couldn't keep, such a nasty headline that President Rawlings is a bastard. I wouldn't keep it. I wouldn't even, I don't want to say something where I'm on the air. I don't want to say something dirty. I wouldn't, brother. So Kweku Baku is standing in front of the whole nation and saying it's a lie.
Asempa FM.
And I'm making it up. Oh, shame on him then.
But the point is, as you said, maybe some newspapers captured the story for you to see, right?
Pardon?
It was a newspaper report you read. So it was not as if you heard him say that yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No. No, I didn't say.
Okay.
Kweku Baku said it in my presence or to a friend of mine or to my wife or to my son. No.
Okay. So it was a newspaper report.
We read it on the newspaper and in one of these tabloids.
Okay. And you made the decision to kill him based on the newspaper report.
Brother, I withdraw that statement. At the moment of the thing, I would kill him. I would kill him at that moment when he said President Rawlings is a bastard.
Okay, let's make progress. We have to bring this interview to a close. But your friend, your very good friend for 50 years plus is down. What would you want to tell the Ghanaian people about the memory of Rawlings in a minute or two, Mr. Riyad?
Yes, sir. The Ghanaians have lost a great person, a very great. He is a man and president of the poor, not of the rich. He said a hungry man is an angry man. And that's what Rawlings stood for to the last minute.
FM.
And I only could see what Rawlings stood for, that when I sold my house, I gave some furniture to President, my sitting room furniture and some of the items to President Rawlings. Can you imagine a president taking a second-hand furniture for 20 years and put it in his house to live on? And this is where I bow my head for him. And I knew that all these years, President Rawlings is the president of the poor. He loves poor people. Yeah. He wants people to pull out.
Wow. We've indeed lost a great man. Accept our condolences. I know you've personally lost a lot since you've known him for a very, very long time. Have you reached out to his family?
Yes, I came to Ghana.
Oh, you came to Ghana?
And let me wind up by here saying something. Rawlings is a Christian. And in Christianity, you marry one. He's not a Muslim. So all these women claiming that second wife and all this nonsense, Rawlings, I know for sure, he loves his wife, Nana Kunedu Rawlings. He loves her with all his heart. So all these women coming forward, good luck to Rawlings. We men, you and I, we are men. And brother, we like women. And good luck to any man who gets a lot of women. This is what they, once this national security asked me, that Rawlings want to become head of state. I said, why do you ask me this? Ask him. So they say, okay, we are asking you. Would you want to become head of state? I said, what? Of course, sir. I mean, I will have the highest office of the land. Do you know the amount of women and girls I will have? I just stood up and they said, get out from here.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So you see, brother, I mean, we are men.
Yeah.
It's the jungle. It's men. Men. I mean, we are kind of animals on this earth. You will see. Once I had a sheep And I went to see him. He had about 15, 16 female sheep. So when I went into the
Ekosiisen on
to pet him,
FM.
to touch him, and the watchman shouted, "Sir, jump!" And not knowing, he pushed all his 16 women into one corner, and he wanted to attack me. And I said, "Hey, a sheep, you are jealous of me with your harem. You don't want me to touch one sheep." And he had 16, one sheep with 16 wives. I mean, so it's a nature of mankind.
Yeah. So all those women claiming to have kids with Rawlings and all of that should park somewhere, huh?
They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
They should be ashamed. I mean, what are they trying to gain? I mean, Rawlings have one missus. He's a Christian. If you can prove that you have another wife, then it's a bigamy. And I know, I've lived with him. He loved that lady. He called Nana Kunedu Rawlings. He loves her.
Oh, okay. Riyadh, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Yes, sir.
We wish you all the best. So, but for the lockdown in Lebanon, you would have come down for the funeral, right?
I would very much, but it wasn't. I wasn't looking forward to it as something, because I have lost the greatest.
Yeah.
I have lost. It's just like I've lost my head. How can my body? I mean, can you imagine? I could be strong enough for my body to go to look for my head. No, Rawlings is gone. I couldn't. My Rawlings is with God, but my Rawlings will always stay in my heart, in my chest, in my memory. He taught me a lot, and I respect him, and I adore him.
Sorry about
once
that.
Once more, President Nana Akufo-Addo, thank you.
Asempa FM.
And thank you, Riyadh. You were born in Ekosiisen in Sekondi. Can you speak Fanti? Can you speak a bit of Fanti?
Yeah, Fanti kakaka. Mama mi ay Fantini.
Oh, the two ka Fantin kakra.
Let's see. So we are this year. Mabakasa love story with you.
Well, the next time I speak to you, we'll speak Fanti then, okay?
Ekosiisen on Asempa
Brother,
FM.
you see, there's too much pressure on me. I was asked to speak Fanti, but I will need to concentrate, and my concentration is gone. I mean, the greatest have taken my brother. You won't believe it. Day and night, I cry. I wake up in the night. I remember things between he and I cried.
Sorry. Riyadh, we'll end it here.
Don't worry.
We wish you all the best.
For you too. He's for all of us.
Okay. We wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Brother, if anytime you need me, you can call me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. Riyadh Hussefi, a former President Jerry John Rawlings, are down for power, and I'm for over 50 years. And I'm noticing AD and Como. And you are saying, "Mammy, free Almina by one was Sekondi Ekosiisen. And the Eka Sekondi, Member of Parliament for Sekondi constituency, lawyer Andrew